Still at Juno Beach here. This is the memorial for the troops that landed here. There's a museum over there. I'm going to try to get over there. Be helpful if I could swim, but the water might be a little bit too cold for me. But interesting thing about Juno Beach that a lot of people don't know, I think, is that it was the Canadian beach, but there was also British Commonwealth Forces that participated right alongside the Canadian forces that landed here. And I'm going to walk out on the boardwalk here to see a nice little view out in the ocean. You can see some old structures there. Those are probably German defenses. It's such a nice day. You can see how nice it is out here. Not too shabby. So an interesting fact, if you're into this shit, the naming of the beaches, Dwight D. Eisenhower, he named the American beaches since they were as American forces landing there. And Winston Churchill was in charge of naming the 3 beaches where the British Commonwealth Forces would be landing. And so those would be Sword and Gold, that are right in between this beach, Juno. And then he also named Juno because of the British Commonwealth Forces also participating in the landing here. And he decided to name them after fish and just shorten the names. So Gold is named after goldfish, Sword is named after swordfish, and you might be wondering, well, what the hell is a Juno fish? Actually, it was originally going to be named Jelly, after jellyfish, but Churchill just felt that Jelly was a really appropriate name for the beach, and so that's why it got changed to Juno. But that's how this beach got named. Again, Sword Beach is several miles to the east of me. That's where I went last night. You can't even see it from here, but it's just a little bit on that inlet. In a little bit here, I will be moving on to Gold Beach, which is only about 3.5 miles away from here. So, yeah, there you go. Juno Beach. Pretty cool. Remaining German defense structures, and maybe try to get to the museum here in the memorial before moving on. But I have a ticking clock. I got to catch the last train out of Caen to Paris by 2030. So trying to see as much as I can, but also move as fast as I can because I also want to get further inland and see some of the famous towns that were fought over, like Carentan, St. Mary-Glise. Probably not going to be able to get to Villers-Bocage, but we'll see what I can do. Luckily, Ubers out here are very good, and it's making it easy for me to get around and see as much as I can see in the limited time that I have out here. So we'll see what else I can find, and then I'll be moving on to Gold Beach. And this is Juno. Once again, Juno Beach. This was the beach that Canadian forces hit along with British Commonwealth Forces, and the main goal for this beach was they wanted to move inland and capture the Caen Bayou area, as that would allow a lot of troops and tanks and supplies to move in from the beachhead and get further inland. Caen was heavily contested. That was the most difficult town, most difficult city for the Allied forces to get. It took longer than they expected because the Germans knew they had to defend that town. Losing that town would put them at a significant disadvantage, even after they were already on their heels, having lost the beachheads and all the beaches. So too bad the merry-go-round isn't operational today. Haven't got on a merry-go-round in a while, but this one looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's see what I can do. I'll just keep moving on. All right.